Hello, friends, and welcome to Parks Crafty Creations. I'm your host, Brian Parks. Have you ever seen a piece of fabric and thought, I could design something so much better? Well, today, I'm going to teach you how you can do exactly that. Today, we're going to learn how to design and print our own fabric. Before we get started, if you enjoy this content, be sure to give us a like below, as it really does help out the channel. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell icon so that you'll always be notified whenever a new video drops. Now that the housekeeping is out of the way, let's get started. There's a few prerequisites to designing your own fabric that go beyond what I can teach in this video. You're going to need to know at least the basics of Adobe Illustrator. It's in this software where we'll be creating the designs for our fabric. If you're not familiar with Illustrator, there are plenty of tutorial videos on the subject that can help bring you up to speed, and that's where I would recommend starting. Assuming you already know how to use Adobe Illustrator, let's jump in. First, I need to create the pattern design. I'll be using Adobe Illustrator to trace the shapes and build a repeating pattern. I'm creating the pattern inspired by Nick Wilde's new shirt in Zootopia 2, which I'll be using to make a custom vest. Let's break it down. I start by importing a reference image of Nick Wilde's new shirt. Then using the pen tool and shape builder tool, I trace out the design elements. In my case, it's all the various leaves, palms, and flowers. Next, I pick the right colors to match Nick's shirt. I use spoonflower.com for my custom fabric prints, and Spoonflower prints in RGB, so I make sure my colors are vibrant enough to translate well onto fabric. Next, I create a new document and size it to the fabric that I'll be having printed. Spoonflower has a detailed list of their fabrics and what size they print at. Since I'll be printing cotton poplin, I'll be making my document 36 inches wide and 42 inches tall, and I'll be setting my resolution to 150 dpi. I tweak the shapes and layout to make sure it looks balanced. Now I need to make this design seamless. This is where the magic happens. I use the pattern tool in Illustrator to ensure everything lines up perfectly when repeated. A seamless pattern is key for making a professional looking fabric print. Let me walk you through step by step. First, select your pattern elements, minus any background color you may have. With your pattern elements selected, go up to your menu and select Object, then Pattern, and finally Make. I'm going to adjust the size of the pattern's width and height to match my artboard, which is sized to the fabric I'll be printing on. You can see that pulled everything in and the elements all blend together on my screen. But I can now make adjustments to individual elements and it will adjust the repeated elements, as you can see. I can now make adjustments based on what the repeated pattern looks like. Once I'm happy with it, I'll name the pattern and hit Done in the upper left of my screen. The pattern has now been added to my swatches panel on the right. I'll move the original pattern off of the artboard so it's out of the way, and I'm going to draw a new shape on my artboard. Then I'll click the new swatch I made and you can see it fills the shape with my repeatable pattern. Now I'll just size it to the artboard, which again is the size of my fabric, 36 inches wide by 42 inches high, and I'll center it. Lastly, I'll hide my original pattern's layer. Time to export. We'll go to File, then Export As, and I'm going to choose a PNG. Now I save my file as a PNG because it supports transparency and keeps colors crisp. I double check that my file is in RGB mode to match Spoonflower's printing settings. Once the export is complete, I always check to make sure there aren't any problems with the file. Everything looks good. Time to upload my design to Spoonflower. This is where I can see how my pattern will look on different fabric types. I already have a Spoonflower account, but if you don't, you'll want to create one. I upload my PNG file to Spoonflower and it generates a preview of the pattern. I'll then proof the file and make sure to check all around the edges to make sure nothing is misaligned. Everything looks good, so it's time to choose my material. An interesting feature with Spoonflower is that not only can you print your own fabric, but you can also offer your designs for others to buy, and you get a commission from it that you can use towards your own orders. Before committing to a full order, I always get a test swatch. This ensures the colors print correctly, and the scale is right. Once I'm happy, I can order my final yardage. Now we wait for it to arrive. And that's it! My fabric is officially on its way. If you'd like to see how it turned out before I create the video on actually sewing the vest, make sure to follow Parks Crafty Creations on Instagram, where I'll post updates as I receive the sample swatch and the final order when they arrive. I'll be using it to sew my custom vest for Dapper Day, so stay tuned for that video. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more sewing and DIY content. Have you ever thought about designing your own fabric? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Brian Parks for Parks Crafty Creations. We'll see you next time.